I'm the doctor.
Froy Marbell, and this is my partner, Lenda.
He gets these terrible headaches. You're a doctor, help him, please.
I think it's almost definitely the chip that's causing this. I want to remove the chip.
And what if something goes wrong?
Trust me.
Doctor.
I'm sorry, Lenda. He's gone.
I never should have let you do it. I never trusted you. If you're sorry, you make sure that you never do that again.
Then come with me.
Why would I ever do that?
To help others in the way that I couldn't help Froy. If not for me, or you, do it for him.
Son?
Dad?
Thanks for agreeing to meet me here.
Is everything alright?
Depends on your definition.
What do you mean?
I'm dying, Terence.
What?
I've known for a while now.
What is it?
Cancer. On the lungs.
But there must be something they can do for you.
Afraid not. Inoperable. They caught it too late.
You must have known something was wrong.
Well, yes.
So why leave it?
It's this place, this town. It's kept me far too busy. I've been mayor since your grandfather passed 32 years ago. I've had a good life. Come on, son. I'm 78. I can't be here forever.
So why are we here? If that was all you had to say, then you would have called me over to your house. Nah, this is something else.
You're quite right. Always were sharp, weren't you? You'll be perfect for this place.
What do you mean? You're not serious.
You're the only candidate.
Why? You inherited it from Grandad. But why would I?
For the same reasons I had to.
But you wanted to. You've always loved the job.
I can't deny that I have enjoyed my time as mayor. But I never wanted it in the first place.
So why then?
Your grandfather. He did something. Back in the 70s.
What sort of something?
Everything you need to know is in here, okay?
But
you mustn't tell anyone about it, okay? It is your responsibility that this is kept under wraps. I have faith in you.
But what is it? This can't be real.
I'm afraid it is. Please, you must promise me that in my absence, you will guard this with your life.
Okay.
Thank you.
So what are you doing?
It's a long story. TARDIS has this thing, a cloaking device. It's supposed to blend in wherever it lands, but it's stuck in the shape of a police box from the 1960s.
Oh, how come?
Not 100% sure. Tried a few times in the past to get it working again, but no luck.
Is that supposed to happen?
Yeah, of course.
Jeez.
Anyway, on a completely unrelated note, I think I'll leave that alone for now. Let's see what's what then.
Where's this then? Looks like a dump.
Not sure. Early 21st century, judging by the atmospheric pressure, but certainly not a dump. Let's take a look around.
So when did you say? Early 21st century?
Yeah.
How early are we talking?
Dunno. 2020? Maybe 2021?
That's so weird. It feels like home. Like my planet.
Artemis and Earth have very similar chemical structures. You'd be surprised just how alike they are. Oh well, here we go. Town square. Looks busy.
What's going on?
I'm not sure. Doesn't seem positive.
Mr. Sutherland, what do you have to say regarding the disappearance of Joshua Barnes?
I think what has happened to the boy is terrible, and I refuse to believe for a single second that a local resident of Crest would commit such an act. That's all I have to say on the subject. Good day.
Excuse me. What exactly were all that about?
Of course. I'll help in any way I can, officers. I hate to think of where poor Joshua is now. I just want him to be found. I know it's only been a few days, but your mind jumps to the most dreadful conclusions in situations like these. And with it being Halloween today, it makes me worry about all the other children, all those people in masks. You'd never be able to keep track of them all. I don't want it to happen again. It seems to happen more and more these days.
Do you have children, Mrs. Carmichael?
I have a daughter, Charlotte. She's not much older than Joshua. We always go out trick-or-treating on Halloween, but not today. No way.
The guy we saw on the square today, he's...
The mayor? A funny one he is.
Funny ha-ha, or...
No, he's very strange. You'd never quite know where you stand with him. Sometimes you think he's fighting on your behalf. You know it, and sometimes it's like he just doesn't give a damn.
Sounds like he's a great guy then. Sure he'll absolutely love us, eh, Lenda?
It seems as though being a mayor is in his blood, though.
What do you mean by that?
Well, his dad was a mayor before him, and his father before him. For the last 3 or 4 generations, I think.
Seems a little odd, doesn't it? What are the chances of that happening?
My thoughts exactly.
I think there may be more than meets the eye with Mr Sutherland.
Well, you're more than welcome to pay him a visit if you think it will do any good. And you tell him from all of us that what he's doing isn't enough. Oh, well, that's rude.
So what now? We go and see the mayor?
In an ideal world, yeah, but he's not just going to let us bombard our way into his office, is he? Not without an appointment or means to be there, anyway. Come on.
Yes, what is it?
Sir, it appears that... It appears that your car has been stolen.
What? How the hell has this happened?
I'm afraid I don't know, sir.
Right. Well, I suppose I had better go and see to it.
Lenda, could you come in here a moment?
Right, we're in. But we've just sent Sutherland outside. I thought we came here to see him, not send him on some wild goose chase.
Well, we do want to see him, but we also need a chance to have a look at what he won't let us see himself. Now, there's 2 filing cabinets here in this room that we know of, so I'll take this and you take the other. He's on his way downstairs. When he gets there, he's going to find his car hasn't been stolen, it's actually still parked outside, so we've got approximately 2 minutes to root through these files, see if there's anything even remotely peculiar before he gets back up here. Let's go.
Doctor?
Now, that is interesting. We're right to come here.
Everything all right, sir?
Alright. Alright. Of course I'm not alright. Not with you sending me on a wild goose chase.
Sir?
What do you think it all means?
I'm not 100% sure. Got a gut feeling that it isn't very good.
Why did you tell me my car had been stolen?
I didn't, sir.
You did! You called me through on the intercom to tell me my car was gone.
I really didn't. I haven't touched the intercom.
Whatever. I'll be in my office if anybody needs me.
Okay, sir.
Who the hell are you two? How did you get in here?
Ah, Mr Sutherland. So pleased to see you.
Pleased to see me. Who are you?
Right now, your greatest fear. Now, perhaps you'd like to explain what all this is.
They came here about 50 years ago. They spoke to my grandfather. They spared his life, but it wasn't as simple as that.
What did they want?
They wanted him to make them a promise.
A promise for what, Mr Sutherland?
Fresh meat.
Meaning what exactly?
That he would allow them to feed once a year. Not always the same day or month. He didn't want suspicion. But once a year someone would be chosen and then...
And then they'd disappear. And these are...
Well, in a way they're receipts.
Receipts?
This has been happening for decades. My father knew about it, my grandfather knew about it. I couldn't do anything but continue what had already been started. I had to keep a record. Every time a new person was chosen, I needed a way of keeping track of it, so that it wasn't necessarily always the same family, the same street, you know? I may be complicit in this, but that does not mean that I am proud of it.
What's this?
That is a written agreement from my grandfather's first encounter with them, to hold him to the promise and to hold them to it too. Both retained a copy, should either of them decide to break it.
What are these creatures? There's no signature from on the paper.
I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but they couldn't sign it for whatever reason, but offered a verbal agreement. It's all there.
But they must have given the name if they communicated with your grandfather.
It's not a name. It's not much to go on exactly, but I believe they identify themselves as Vashta something or other.
Doctor, what is it? Do you know that name?
Mr Sutherland, I want you to think very carefully about the other half of that name.
Is it important?
The lives in everyone in this village could depend on it.
What do you mean?
The agreement your grandfather drafted. Have you ever read the fine print?
No, why would I do that? It's just a lot of terms and conditions, isn't it?
I'm afraid not. Do you know the date of your grandfather's first encounter with him by any chance?
As a matter of fact I do. It was Halloween, October 31st, 1971. Why is that important?
Doctor? Oh.
What? Tell me.
This agreement states that after 50 years the Vashta Narada can cut the deal.
What? Oh god.
That is the correct response, Mr Sutherland. Your grandfather might have just single-handedly ended all life on this planet. The Vashta Narada are coming. Tonight. Won't be long until it sunsets. We've probably got about an hour before they turn up in full force. 1 hour to find a way to stop them. We can do it, I think. The Vashta Narada don't have a physical form, but equally they aren't just an entity. They're a swarm. Their natural form is shadow. You could be 2 feet away from them and you wouldn't know. Not until they strike.
Doctor, it's Halloween. Loads of kids in the town, out in the dark for several hours. What's going to happen to them?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I'm going to tell you. Nothing is going to happen to them because you're going to save them. All of them.
Lenda, I can't make that promise.
Yes, you can. And you're going to. Because that's the deal we made. I keep you in check. You don't let them die. No, that was the deal. If you can't tell me you can save them, then you can take me home right now.
I can't promise you that they'll all live.
Right.
But what I can promise is that I can do everything in my power to make sure as many of them survive as possible.
Okay. If you can guarantee that you'll do everything you can, then that's good enough for me.
Thank you.
Right. Time to put your money where your mouth is.
I need to speak to him.
And how are you planning to do that?
Very carefully. Mr Sutherland, I'm going to need lights, and lots of them.
Now what?
Well, we've got to get around somehow, haven't they? Move through the shadows, but that means they must see in a different way to us. I'm going to guess it's sound.
Guess? We don't have time for you to be mucking about with experiments, Doctor.
Trust me, and be ready.
Doctor, there's nothing coming.
Are you sure about that, Lenda?
What is the meaning of this?
Oh, okay. Didn't realise you could actually talk. You usually communicate through your victims.
Communicating through our food source is the most appropriate way.
Appropriate? What's so appropriate about that? Did anyone ever tell you not to play with your food?
How did you summon us here? Earth is a level 5 planet. The humans don't have that kind of technology.
I'm not human.
Fascinating. Why have you summoned us?
Your deal's about to end, isn't it?
Correct.
You've been sitting patiently for 70 years. Why so long? If this were your plan, why wait 70 years? Why not just implement it immediately?
We needed to grow. 70 years ago we were few, but now...
There's loads here.
Correct.
So you had to make the deal?
Yes. It was easy, really. All we had to do was spare that stupid old man.
Don't you dare.
Calm down, we have to stay quiet.
He gave in at the first sign of death. He was weak, pathetic, but we could get whatever we wanted from him.
How dare you?
No! You didn't have to kill him.
He was just as weak as his father and his grandfather. The agreement has ended. He was no longer required anyway.
Leave this town. This planet.
Who are you to speak like this?
I'm the Doctor.
The Doctor. The Doctor.
The very same.
Charlotte, I've told you. We're not going trick-or-treating this year.
But why, Mum? All the other boys and girls from my class are.
It's not safe out there.
Why? We won't go far.
No, Charlotte, and that is the end of it.
You're not going to feast on anybody.
And yet, you have no means of stopping us. You have no weapons, no defenses, and no plan.
You're right. Don't have any weapons, don't have any defences, but you're wrong. I do have a plan.
We cannot be stopped now. It is too late. You and your little friend will be killed.
Less of the little mate, I'm 4 months pregnant.
Such a pity, Doctor, that you should die before knowing.
Knowing? Knowing what?
They are returning, Doctor.
They? Who are they? There's one quick question for it. You're all linked to one sort of hive mind, aren't you? So when you feed, you all get some of the guts.
Yes. What purpose does this information serve to you?
Nothing, really. Just one of those niggling questions that you have right before you're about to be killed, you know?
I'm so glad I could set your mind at rest before devouring you, Doctor. Content flesh is the most gratifying.
Come on, then. You're really not as smart as you think you are. That information told me everything I needed to know that my plan would work. You did this to yourselves.
Doctor, you will pay for this.
Well, that's them gone.
Yep.
I guess that's us finished here too then.
There's something I want to do before we leave.
Oh, hello. I thought you'd run off on me.
Me? Never.
Is everything okay? Did you speak to Mr. Sutherland?
I did. And I can safely say that you won't be seeing him around anymore. And that all the children are safe.
You're sure?
Certain. Took care of it myself.
So, what's happened to Sutherland?
You know you should put yourself forward.
For what?
Mayor.
Oh no, I couldn't.
You're exactly what this town needs. Someone who values the people. Something to consider, I think.
Thank you, Doctor. Charlotte?
What?
Are you coming?
Coming where?
Well, trick-or-treating, of course. You do know what day it is.
Doctor?
Yeah, before you say anything, I know Mr Sutherland died, but I did tell you both not to get involved.
No, it's not about that.
Oh, well, what's it about then?
You could have been killed by those things.
Yeah, and if it meant that everyone else would have been safer, then I would have let him do it.
You really mean that?
And on my heart. Well, that's.
You're not who I thought you were, Doctor.
No?
No. You're much better.
I think I've got it.
Got what?
Chameleon circuit. Where should we go to test it out?
Somewhere sunny, with a view.
Coming right up.
Oh, I said sunny!
Something's wrong with the rain. It tastes funny, like metal.
Max Griffiths,
What year is it?
1983. I've never seen weather like this. It's like something big is on the way. This is wicked.
7,000 life forms laying dormant under Mount Snowdon. And they're about to wake up.